Yes, I am.
Don't go far.
Brian's gonna sign his congregation order.
Do we sign with this? Not a pen. Okay. Where? Here?
Yeah, anywhere in the bottom line. You are a representative.
They'll never know it wasn't my wife.
By the way, now we're here locked up for 4 years of work.
Who?
You. Thanks. That was great.
There's someone else here? I'm the only one here.
There you go.
Thank you.
Are you going to do this again?
Okay, let's see.
Stop hogging the stage.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
And I think we have people that are coming in online, so if you'll turn around and wave to the white camera on the ledge there. Hello, everyone that's coming in. This afternoon in Jewish communities all over the world, Shabbat is celebrated in a mincha service, and afterwards we will have Havdalah separating Shabbat from the rest of the week. We are celebrating here, of course, the bar mitzvah of David Scherer, and we are thrilled to have him and his parents, Lori and Randy, and his sister Daria, and all of the extended family and friends with us to celebrate today. You can find the prayers in our Mishkan Tefillah, in our blue prayer book. We hope you got one from the back as you came in. Also, on our screens, everyone at home will have everything on your screen so that you can participate fully. Lai, lai, lai are perfectly acceptable Hebrew words to use if you don't know the songs, so we want you to participate as much as possible while Avit leads us in prayer and in song. We begin saying how wonderful it is for us as brothers and sisters to be together, how sweet it is to be on this day a community. Hine Matov, page 70.
Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Kam Yachad. Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Kam Yachad. Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Kam Yachad. Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Gam Yachad. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day.
Join us.
How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Gam Yachad. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Manayim Sheverachim Gam Yachad.
You may notice that some of us in the congregation, Rabbi Bernstein, myself, are wearing talitot. A talit is a prayer shawl. Then what makes a prayer shawl meaningful is not necessarily the fabric that it's made out of, the colors, the size. What's important about a talit are the fringes. These 4 fringes that are wrapped and knotted in such a way to remind us of the 613 mitzvot, the 613 commandments in our Torah, the 613 times that God speaks to the Israelites and says, this is something very important to me that you do. And so we call upon Avit and his parents, Lori and Randy, to present him with his talit as they tell him all of the things that are important to them that he do.
Baruch Atzah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahitatech b'tzitzit.
Amen.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for coming. Avit, congratulations on making it to this moment. You have been working extremely hard in so many different directions, and it is an absolute delight to see you up here today.
You're the first generation of all of our cousins being bar mitzvahed, the first bar mitzvah of our family in this century. Bat mitzvahs were very different for our generation and for your grandparents' generations and all the generations before. You've learned Hebrew over Zoom, kept track of your bar mitzvah readings in your Google Drive, and you're certainly among the very first kids in history to ask if you could have your bar mitzvah speech be written by ChatGPT. We want to make sure that everyone knows that a bat mitzvah is not spelled B-O-T.
Okay, fine, people
Ave, one of the things we love about you is how deeply you care about the world around you. You have always been a discreet observer of people, animals, and nature, and you really embody the whole spirit of Tikkun Olam with everything you do. You have a passion for the earth and life, no matter how small. It was made very clear early on that we are not allowed to kill any flies or spiders in our house. And in fact, even at 12:30 today, as you were supposed to be putting the final touches on your Dvar Torah, you were forwarding us petitions about how there are 100,000 monkeys still at risk in Sri Lanka. Please act now.
Your appreciation for nature and your love of the environment translates extremely well into your mitzvah project. It has been a joy to see you take care of the beaches that you've come to know so well. Through surfing, boogie boarding, body surfing, swimming, pretty much everything, just being our little otter in the ocean. The ocean is an important part of your life, and the fact that you feel personally responsible for protecting the ocean and keeping it pristine is so impressive. The fact that the world has bright young people like you gives us so much hope for the future, and our wish for you is that you continue to embrace this caring and kindness in everything that you do.
We are also so proud of how you have learned to say yes to so many opportunities in life, and how you approach all of your endeavors with your incredibly sweet and sensitive disposition. We hope you always keep your passion for reading and stories, too. Even though it feels a bit strange to continually tell a kid, please stop reading now, time to stop reading, please put your book away. We love that you know how to lose yourself in a good story and are even beginning to write some real page-turners yourself.
Wherever you go and whatever you do, you can always be secure in your knowledge that your family loves you, supports you, and is here to help you and guide you and experience all of the ups and downs of life with you. We know you are going to do incredible things, and we feel so proud and so lucky to be your parents.
David Orishai Shearer, our light, our gift. Congratulations on becoming a bar mitzvah. We love you so much. Love you.
Thanks.
See you later.
Right over here, okay. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. We join together in Hareini on page 95.
for strength, for praise, for the glory of every new day. All that breathes praises thee, who created me.
Page 227. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city, but prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. Please rise if you are able for our tefillah on page 226.
Adonai sefatai tiftach uvi agitei latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים. ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, אלוהינו שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Page 233. How shall we sanctify God's name? By being holy ourselves. How do we accomplish this? Let our prayers bring us to sacred deed, to actions that promote justice, harmony, and peace. Page 235. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and hands, we give praise. For the peace in us, which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For the gift of Shabbat, which renews us for life, we offer blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
Page 236. Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants, pour out your Spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion.
Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato l'Tzion.
Page 238. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you, for our lives are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulchana'eh lahudot.
We join together in Shalom Rav on page 240.
Shalom Rav Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rama Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rama Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Please take a few moments to silently reflect.
We come to the pinnacle of our service, something that we have been doing for thousands of years. Since Moses received the Torah from God on Mount Sinai and passed it to Joshua, and Joshua to the elders, and the elders to the prophets, and the prophets to the people of the Great Assembly, and down the generations from parent to child until today, David will receive the Torah from the hands of his parents. This tradition comes to him with a tremendous amount of love, a great deal of history. And we want to invite today Barbara and Marvin, Yvette, Steve, Lori, and Randy to come to the bima to pass the Torah.
Torah גדלו לאדוני איתי ונרוממה שמו יחדיו לך אדוני הגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד כי כל בשמיים ובארץ כי כל בשמיים ובארץ לך אדוני הממלכה תמיד נעשה לכל לראש רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו.
You may be seated. Every Shabbat, we participate in a ritual that is happening throughout congregations the world over. The synagogues may look different, their seating arrangements may be different, the music may be different, the vernacular is different. But what unifies us as a Jewish people, one of the things, is that we all read the same Torah, and we attempt to glean as much as we can from the Torah portion. This Shabbat, as every Shabbat in the afternoon, we anticipate the week to come, and this Shabbat is no different. So this morning we concluded the book of Leviticus, the book that has such wonderful lessons in it, like how to offer the mincha sacrifice, which I know Avit knows very well. It also has things like love your neighbor as yourself and wonderful things in it as well. And now we get into the book of Numbers. And as we begin the book of Numbers, we get a whole lot of, numbers. And as Avit will teach us, the beginning of this book of Torah begins with a census of the entirety of the Jewish people. Nowadays, we don't have censuses in the same way. We get things like the Pew Study. But what's amazing about the similarities between the two is that we are able to quantify the people within our community. And we are able to glean incredible lessons, not only from each person as an individual, but each person as a group, so that we might be able to tell what our future might look like, and as we continue to reform Judaism and we continue to practice in the way that we do. Avit will be offering 3 aliyot. An aliyah is an ascension, a going up, and each of those sections of reading are framed in blessing. For our first aliyah, we call to the Torah Barbara and Marvin Friedman, Steve and Yvette Shearer, and we're honoring Francis Weinberg. Ya'amdu Shlomo Zalman Meir ben Moshe v'Chana, Yete Devora bat Shimon Zalman, Fredel bat Avraham Harishon. Baruch Adonai Hamarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher baruch banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torto. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'natnu alav kasui or tahash ufersu beged kalio tehelet milmala ושמו בדיו ועל שולחן הפנים יפרסו בגד תהילה ונתנו עליו את הכרות ואת הכפות ואת המנקיות ואת הסני הנעשה ולהם התמיד עליו יהיה ופרסו עולם בגד תולה שני והיסו אותו במכסה אור תהש ושמו את בדיו.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'zchorenu Baruch atah Adonai notei haTorah.
Amen. Mazel tov. For our second aliyah, thank you. For our second aliyah, we call to the Torah Lori and Randy Shear. Yamdu Liora Shena Bat Raphael Baruch Liora Shena Raphael Baruch Ben Shlomo Zalman Meir V'Yeta Devora Hasheni.
Baruch Adonai Habarah.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen.
Velaku beged tehelet vehisu et minarat hamaor ve'et neroteha ve'et malkaheha ve'et machtoteha ve'et kolkale shamana asher yishartu la bahem venanu alav ve'et kolkaleha el miseh or tahash venatnu al hamot ve'al mizbah hatamid yifrsu beged tehelet vehisu oto bemichseh or tahash besamu et badav.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam neta b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. And for our third and final aliyah, we call to the Torah officially as a bar mitzvah, Avet Ori Shai Shearer. Ya'amod, Ya'amod, Ya'amod. Ori Shai ben Raphael Baruch v'liora sheina b'chora bar mitzvah.
Baruch Adonai Havarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol hayamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen.
Velaku at kol kalei hasharei asher yishartu vam b'kodesh v'natnu el beged tehelet vehisu otam b'michseh or tahash v'natnu al hamot Vedishnu et hamizbeah ufersu alav beged argaman venatnu alav et kol kelav asher yishartu alav bahem et hamachtot את המזלגות, ואת היעים, ואת המזרקות, כל כלי המזבח, ופרסו עליו כסוי אור תהש, ושמו בדיו. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. And as we reach this profound moment, we offer our blessing of gratitude, Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. For the lifting and dressing of Torah, we call Randy Shear and Daria Shear. And for opening the ark, we call Phoenix Layden, Sora Layden, Aiden Shear White, and Teva Shear White. I invite the congregation to please rise. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Abi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomchecha meushar
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi. Welcome to my bar mitzvah. It's great to have you here. First, let me tell you about my Torah portion, Bamidbar, which translates to in the wilderness, which is where Moses and the Israelites are wandering. It takes place in what we now call the Sinai Desert, where Moses is trying to organize the 12 Israelite tribes to get ready to lead them to Israel, their home. They have just escaped slavery in Egypt, and now they're wandering in the hot and dangerous desert, a desert that contains Gila monsters, snakes, scorpions, very angry tortoises, and other dangerous animals. Just joking about the tortoises. I don't think Moses and the Israelites were scared of the tortoises. Moses starts by making a list of everybody in their group according to what tribe they're in. He counts the names of the people who are 20 years old and older, except the Levites, because they have their own job, which is to carry the dwelling place of the testimony, which is this big wooden chest. They then camp around it and basically act as its protector or its guards. Only the priests could touch the Ark of the Testimony. If anyone else tried to touch it, they would die. Because of that, there were 4 priests who could touch it, but 2 of them, Nadav and Abihu, died when they brought this fire offering before God, which to me seems a bit harsh, right? I don't know. Yeah. It must have been hard to be in Moses' position at the time because he was the leader of the Israelites, so he was the person responsible for them all getting to safety, and that's a lot of pressure for one person. He had to lead them through the desert, take account of all of them, buy them all ice cream because the desert was hot. He had been wandering the desert for 2 years now, and everyone was hot and tired and looking to him to find his way out. That's a lot of pressure, and I feel like it was super amazing that Moses handled all of it. I feel like this Torah portion is important because a large part of it is counting. I feel like that's important in today's world too. Like, everybody must be taken into account and taken seriously because everyone matters, and I like that that's a big part of my Torah portion. I also think the Bamidbar teaches us that everyone is equal. The part in the Bamidbar where the priest dies is harsh, but it shows that no matter how important you think you are, your job or your money or something, you're still human and you aren't above anyone else. I feel like that's a really good lesson to take from my Torah portion. I also wanted to share an experience I had pretty recently that sort of reminded me of my Torah portion. I was in Arizona with my mom and my sister visiting my grandparents, and we went on this hiking trail near their house that had a super pretty waterfall you could swim in. On the way back, my grandpa asked if we wanted to do this loop that he said would take us right back to where the trail started, but would have more pretty sights. We went on the loop and we got lost in the middle of the desert in Arizona, and we were wandering around trying to find our way back in the hot desert sun, and all I could think was that this could end up a lot like my Torah portion. For my mitzvah project, I volunteered to do the 6 beach cleanup challenge with the San Diego Coastkeeper website, on the San Diego Coastkeeper website. The San Diego Coastkeeper is an organization that's dedicated to helping clean our beaches. They hold beach cleanups and fundraisers. They work to get laws passed about trash on beaches, and all of their work is super cool. The 6 beach cleanup challenge means I will go to 6 different beaches across San Diego and pick up trash. Then I will upload information about the stuff we found. What was it? How much was there of that thing? For example, like, there were 3 plastic bags at La Jolla Shores. That data goes into little things, like where the trash cans along the beach are placed, and bigger things, like passing laws to ban styrofoam along beaches. I'm leading it with my school's surf team, and it's a really cool activity. On one beach cleanup, we removed 9 pounds of trash from La Jolla Shores. If you want to help out, it's super easy. You can go on their website and sign up for a beach cleanup, or next time you're at the beach, you could just pick up a bit of trash and make the ocean a bit nicer for everyone. Lastly, thank you so much for coming to my bar mitzvah. I worked super hard, and it's great you showed up. Thank you to Rabbi Gimbel for always being just a generally awesome person. You're super positive, and I feel like you're always smiling, which is something I think is just awesome. Thank you to Rabbi Cantor Bernstein, because you were the person who I met with most while I was getting ready for my bar mitzvah, and I think you were probably the person who got me the most ready for it. Thank you to our piano player, Jeff Shell, for all of your awesome music. Thank you to my parents for, having me and raising me. It's been fun. No, but really, you guys are awesome and you've taught me so much. You're the best. Dad, you taught me how to surf, which is like my main hobby and something that's really important to me in my life. Thank you for keeping me focused in my schoolwork, even though that means reminding me that there's no such thing as just one YouTube short. And Mom, you've been so influential and amazing in my life, and you're just the best person ever. Oh, also you, Daria, you're cool too. But really, you're awesome, and even when you're super annoying, you're still my sister, and you're the best sister ever. I also wanted to thank my relatives for coming here, because you all have traveled a long way for this. My grandparents from Florida, my other set of grandparents from Arizona, my cousins from Maryland and Massachusetts, my aunt from Connecticut, and my friends all the way from Point Loma. And lastly, I really wanted to thank whoever made that amazing chocolate cake in the oneg. It's amazing. It's the best chocolate cake I've ever had. It's so good. Really, I did. It's so good. This Shabbat, may we treat everyone with respect and may we care for nature. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
No, Ava, you, every time we meet, you surprise me. Just a little bit. Like how you added this piece about the chocolate cake in the oneg. It was so good, right?
Yeah.
It's, I don't know if I'm giving away trade secrets here, but I'm like 99% sure it's from Costco. So, I mean, they do good work, so I don't know what to tell you. You know, Ava, you have taught us so much in such a short amount of time by what you've demonstrated. You've demonstrated what becoming a bar mitzvah is really all about. And I don't mean how you led the service, which you did beautifully, or how you read Torah, which you did beautifully, but it's the little things, like how during our rehearsal earlier this week, you skipped back to your seat.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're comfortable here. This isn't a foreign place for you. You are incredibly comfortable in your skin, and not just the wetsuit skin that you maybe wear when you surf. I don't know if you do. Do you use a wetsuit when you? Okay,
Yeah.
good. The waters are cold, yeah. And I was thinking about how in your Torah portion you talked about the tortoises that Moses had to deal with.
Scary tortoises.
The scary tortoises. And I know that there are also sometimes turtles in the ocean, and so they're in your wilderness too.
Very scary.
Very scared. Good. You should have a good, solid fear
I
of...
once accidentally caught a snapping turtle.
You accidentally caught a snapping turtle. Did you give it back?
Yeah, I
Okay, good. But I think the thing that you mentioned and that you've demonstrated for us is that becoming a bar mitzvah isn't about what you do up here. Although this is very important and you've done it very well, and you worked hard to get to this moment. But it's when you go out those doors, and I don't worry about you, because you're going to have moments like you had in Arizona when you made that connection between the wilderness of Arizona and the wilderness of your Torah portion. You're going to continue making those connections your entire life. At the end of the day, that's what becoming a bar mitzvah is all about. It's about affirming your place as an adult in your community, in our community. Whether that community is here, or my guess is at some point that community is going to be in Hawaii. I'm just getting a vibe. But wherever it is, the community that has you as a member is going to be a very lucky place, because you have something to offer. And we are so excited to see how you teach Torah and you enlighten Torah and make Torah come alive for your generation and the generations to come. So I'm going to invite my clergy partner, Rabbi Cantor Bernstein, up as we bestow upon you our tradition's most ancient blessing, the priestly blessing.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's face shine upon you with radiance and with grace.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God literally lift up God's face to you and grant you the most important gift that God has to give, that of peace. And together we all say, Amen.
Amen. Would you like some presents? Yes. Great. So, on behalf of the congregation, we have a number of gifts for you for having arrived at this moment. From the women of Beth Israel, we have a set of candlesticks and a Kiddush cup for you. And on behalf of our men's club, we have this book on the doorposts of your house, prayers and ceremonies for the Jewish home, for the everyday, the holidays, the happy times, the sad times, and all the moments in between. We have also planted a tree in Israel for you. And when you go to Israel, possibly in 11th grade and on our Platt teen trip to Israel, we'll be able to drive on a bus and point out one of the many JNF forests and say, that one was mine for my bar mitzvah. And hopefully you'll also be able to go on a NIFTY, the North American Federation of Temple Youth. They also run longer trips to Israel, and so we have a gift certificate for you to help you get to Israel in that way. And lastly, the certificate which you signed with your parents and your sister and the clergy, acknowledging all the privileges and responsibilities of becoming a bar mitzvah this day. We are just so proud of you and so happy that you have landed with us. We begin to conclude our service by turning to page 282, Aleinu L'Shabeach. Won't you please rise?
Aleinu L'Shabeach La'adon HaKol, Latet Gedula Le'otzer Bereshit, Shelo Asanu Kegoye Haratzot, Velo Samanu Kemishbechot Ha'adama, Shelo Sam Chelkeinu Kahem, Vegor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam, V'anachnu Oreim Umishtachavim Umodim Lifnei Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo
We remain standing as we turn to our Kaddish prayer on page 294. We are remembering especially, Avet, those members of your family who no longer are with us, and we think of them, that how honored they would have been to be here today with you. Please join us. Itkadal v'Itkadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Bialma divrach irte v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Israel ba'akala uv'isman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach le'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal Shmei Dekudsha Brichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Da'amiran v'yalma v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories always be for a blessing.
We'll invite you to remain standing and invite Avit's immediate family to come up as we transition into Havdalah. Havdalah literally means separation. We separate Shabbat and the rest of the week. And in this moment, we are also separating Avit's time as a child and his adulthood as well. Havdalah, we have three symbols that use all five of our senses. We have first our wine or grape juice, reminding us of the sweet taste of Shabbat. Second, we have the spices, which remind us of the sweet smells that we experience throughout the week, and especially on Shabbat. Third is our Havdalah flame, which looks different than a normal candle because it's all intertwined as our lives are intertwined. So we'll feel its warmth symbolically. We're not above fire safety here. So we'll feel its warmth and we'll cup our hands and notice the reflection of the light in our fingernails. Also noticing the separation between the light and the dark that's created in the palm of our hand. Lastly, Avit will take a sip of the wine or grape juice and we will hear that last extinguishing moment. That was a lot of information. The words are going to be on our screens. The thing we want you to do, though, is participate in any way you can. Yai lai lai, perfectly acceptable. Put your arm around the person next to you, and let's join together. Hine el Yeshuati Eftach velo Shaftem mayim besason mimaynei ha-Yeshua Adonai ha-Yeshua alamcha birchatecha Join as soon as you Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen Baruch
ben kodesh lechol. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Chatoteinu hu yimchol. Zareinu v'chasmeinu yor bekachol. Ve'akochavim b'alayla. Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi.
We say Shavua Tov and Mazel Tov.
Mazel tov. Have a beautiful evening, everyone.